Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers in the Premier League, currently sat second place. We could and should have been top of the table, but we threw a big game away. I'll come to that in a minute. Before we get there though, let's go through the last matches between episodes. First up was an injury-filled match against Watford. It was a 3-1 victory in the end for us. Gustavo Ortuzo opened the scoring on 14 minutes. Francois Morel pulled one back for Watford on 24 into the second half. Gustavo Ortuzo gets his second of the game, and then Pascal Solé scores in the 66th minute, making it 3-1. But as you can see, Juan Pablo Velez, the goalkeeper, got injured. Slavko Aničić got injured. Also, Denis Montoya got slightly injured. Velez has been injured for quite a while. He's been missing. That meant during our Champions League game against Barcelona, Gil had to make his first team debut and, his first start for the club, and he wasn't very good. It was a 3-1 defeat in the end. Score was opened after 16 minutes by Jose Javier Lagorata, who actually got a hat-trick in the end. Thomas Valenta scored one for us, making it 1-1 at the time. Then Lagorata gets one on 36 and 45 minutes, completing his hat-trick. We were dominated by Barcelona, but it doesn't really matter. Back in the league and a 3-1 victory up against Arsenal this time around. An own goal opened the scoring on 27 minutes. It was Francisco Roca, the defender for Arsenal, putting it into his own net. Then into the second half, Adam Fenton gets a goal on 52. Gonzalo Peluso pulls one back on 62 minutes. Adam Fenton then, in the 86th minute, gets his second of the game. And then Ricardo Gomez Rigo gets himself sent off for a last-man tackle. Fortunately for us, they didn't score from it, but 3-1 victory against Arsenal at the Emirates is a very, very good result. Then, back in the Champions League, and this is why the match against Barcelona meant absolutely nothing. A 4-0 victory against Olympique Lyonnais. A hat-trick for Pascal Solé. Branko Markovic, the fullback, also getting on the score sheet. A very, very comfortable 4-0 victory, meaning that we actually top the group in the end. We go through as group leaders. I don't think the draw has been made yet for the next round. I'm not quite sure. I need to confirm that. I don't recall actually having a draw. So as far as I'm aware, we don't know who we're playing in the next round. And then the reason why we are not top of the table, a 3-0 defeat at home against Leeds United. Boschilla opened the scoring on 33 minutes, then Branko Tedic gets two on the 66th and 69th minute. Leeds United not doing a single substitution at all. Denis Montoya once again going off injured for the second time in about 6 games. We struggled in this game. It was not a great game of football. Leeds took their chances, we didn't. Fortunately for us, not only have we had a bad run of form, so have Chelsea. Chelsea are only 3 points clear of us at the moment. I think they've drawn quite a few games in between episodes, so we are 2 points behind league leaders Chelsea. We are, 5 points ahead of Southampton, Crystal Palace and West Brom, Newcastle and Sunderland closely chasing them, with Manchester United and Liverpool closely chasing them as well. But so far, we're looking okay for second place. Maybe a title challenge could be on the cards. Today then, a double header. High-flying Crystal Palace up in third place will open, and then we will play, I think they're fairly low down, Stoke City, who are, yes, they're down in 15th place. So the Crystal Palace game is a must-win game for us. We really do need to get 3 points out of this one. If we don't get 3 points, we are being dragged away from Chelsea as opposed to pulling ourselves towards them. Before we've even kicked a ball, Newcastle have closed in on us a little bit by beating Leeds United 4-0, which is embarrassing because we lost 3-0 to Leeds United. So today is a must-win game against Crystal Palace. Chelsea, I don't think, are playing until tomorrow. For some reason, Chelsea seem to play every single Sunday, and I don't understand why. Doesn't matter. It means if we win, we go top of the table, and then Chelsea have to beat our result. I think a draw might do it for them, but Chelsea will have to beat our result in order to retake the top of the table position. We are one piece of the puzzle away from our strongest starting lineup, and our starting lineup is not terrible. Basically, the only player that we are missing is Juan Pablo Velez, the goalkeeper, who is currently out injured with a broken hand. He is almost back. So here is Velez. He's got 8 days to 2 weeks left to go. So he's going to be out for quite a while. His bravery has dropped massively because he's broken his hand, which kind of makes sense. He's currently a 4-star goalkeeper. Instead, we have to deal with Gil. And Gil is not a terrible goalkeeper by any means. He's only 3-star, but he's still very, very useful for us. He's not done massively well, but I feel like he can't speak English, which probably doesn't help. The starting lineup we're going to go for then, Gil will be the keeper, as I've just mentioned. Rigo, Urukalo and Stevkovic are the back three. Markovic and Basuni the fullbacks. Jensen and Torres, who has returned from his injury, are going to be the central midfielders. Fenton will play just behind Gustavo Ortuzo and Pascual Soler. A very attacking-looking Crystal Palace side, and also a very sunburnt-looking Crystal Palace side there. Literally every player looks like they've been out in the sun for a little bit too long. Joe Gomez, who's obviously one of the few real players left in the save at the moment, is, I think he's still very good, and he's probably only about 30 years old. Now, Crystal Palace have a player on their left wing called James Taylor. If you watch the Groningen save, you'll remember I had a Scottish player called James Taylor. I'm pretty sure they are the same person. They are almost identical when it comes to stats. Gil with the goal kick, 9 minutes on the clock. Stevkovic to Basuni. Lumps it over the top. Ortuzo he's not going to control it because he didn't want to challenge anyone for the ball. Rodriguez. Poirier. Forward. James Taylor's going to run onto it, who's picked up an injury. Gets tackled by Gomez Rigo, but somehow keeps the ball. Nunes controls. Yershov back to Poirier. Poirier to Alexandre. Rodriguez, the left back in the middle. Poirier gets it back once again. Torres doesn't tackle him. Taylor. Rodriguez whips in the cross, and it is off the bar. And it is cleared for a corner. Corner to be taken by Mulethaler, I think is probably how it said. Taylor's going to control the edge of the area, has a go, hits it just wide. It's going to be a goal kick. 18.5 minutes on the clock, and can we actually have a highlight? Ortuzo's going to run onto the ball from Markovic. Can he cross in? Yes, he can. The ball was pinging about all over the place, and Alberto Torres, the £30 million man, has put the ball in the back of the net. 19 minutes on the clock. Blackburn Rovers move up to first position in the table. Rodriguez with throw for Palace gets the ball back towards Alexandre in the middle, who was I'm going to assume he's a ginger wizard, because everyone's a ginger wizard. Who's ginger? Yershov across to Gomez. Gomez, plenty of space, cross it in. Taylor's at the back on the volley. It's a great save from the keeper. Gomez Rigo's managed to get it clear, and it is going to be a throw-on that apparently wasn't good enough to show. Basuni takes a throw, Ortuzo gets the ball. Pearson clears it. Urukalo. Markovic does get the ball, runs it down the right-hand side. 3 in the box. Soler is 1 at the back. Soler has 2 bites of the cherry, or an apple. I'm not quite sure what the saying is. Markovic has a good effort as well, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Torres takes the corner quickly, cleared by Joe Gomez. Torres, though, will get it back. Little dink in the middle, Nunes clears, and that'll end the highlight. Rodriguez with the throw. Alexandre, ginger wizard, obviously. Rodriguez once again to Gomez. Yershov and Gomez getting a lot of space, but they're not really doing anything with it. Taylor controls the ball. Plenty of space for Rodriguez. Or is it Rodriguez? I'm not quite sure. Gomez Rigo gets the ball. Don't play it inside. Jensen. First time we've really actually had to say his name. Gomez Rigo forward once again to Markovic. Markovic inside to Fenton. Fenton's got no real option. Does find Soler. Soler first time pass to Ortuzo into the area, and Gustavo Ortuzo slips it past the goalkeeper. 2-0, 38 minutes on the clock, and hopefully we are starting to put this game to bed. It is half time and we are 2-0 to the good, although I'd argue that Crystal Palace were the better side with a lot more shots and a lot more possession, but we are fortunate enough to get 2 of the goals. No changes at half-time for either side. I didn't see the point in changing anything for the sake of it, so we're just going to stick with the same 11 for now. Gomez Rigo with a free kick across field to Bassouni. Torres controls. He's been tackled, and now Palace can counter. Nunes runs out to the right-hand side. He's got no support at the moment. In the middle, finds Alexandre, who has a go from outside the area. It was a good effort, but it's well over the bar in the end. 65 minutes on the clock, and we are going to bring on Andrea Damjanov for Adam Fenton. I'm thinking Jensen off as well, although I'm doing it again, aren't I? Right, Urukalo is going to come on, or is going to push up to be a ball in a midfielder. And why do I do this? I always ask the assistant to pick my subs bench, and I never put any centre-backs on. You know what? I'm just going to leave it like that. Jensen can play as a ball-playing defender. Urukalo can be a ball in a midfielder. Let's just switch him around. Damjanov's corner comes in. It's cleared only as far as Torres. Torres to Gomez Rigo. Where are you going to go? He's got 2 Palace players. Plays it all the way back to Branko Markovic. Forward, Gomez Rigo once again. Markovic wants it. Markovic tries to find Urukalo, but it was not a good ball. And now Palace can counter. Nunes to Lewis, who's a fresh player, just come off the bench. Poirier's there, heads down. Nunes almost gets the ball. Poirier on the ball now, gets tackled by Markovic, and now can we counter? Sole to Ortuzzo. Ortuzzo is running past his man. He's going one-on-one with the keeper. He's gone it from just outside the area, hits it wide. 75 minutes on the clock, and Torres has picked up a slight injury. I don't really know what to do here. Now hear me out. What I've done is I've brought on Luke Morgan. I'll show Luke Morgan. You'll notice he's not a central midfielder. He's actually going to be playing as a left back. He's been here for quite a while. He's a wonder kid, apparently. I'm not sure how he's a wonder kid. He's not that great. He's going to play as a complete wing back. And we're going to give Ahmed Bassaouni a run as a Mazzala. I think he might be alright. I don't know. We'll give it a go. We are 2-0 to the good. I feel like now is the better time to do any form of experiments. Morgan gets the ball from the free kick forward to Ortuzzo into the area. Ortuzzo has made it 3-0. Luke Morgan has been on the pitch for about 5 minutes and already got an assist. I think my experiment is paying off. Urukalo heads the ball on. Gomez Rigo gets it. Little back heel to Sole. Sole to Ortuzzo. Gomez Rigo's there. It is 4-0 after 84 minutes. And since the substitutions, we've scored as many goals as we did in the first 75 minutes. Gomez with the throw for Palace, but it's intercepted by Ortuzzo. Sole across to Branko Markovic, who's picked up a yellow card. Across to Damjanov. Damjanov plays it, spreads it out wide to Luke Morgan. Morgan's got 3 players in the box. If he can find one of them, Ortuzzo's there. Sole is there. What a little assist that was from Gustavo Ortuzzo, and it is 5-0. And I do not know where these 3 goals have come from, but for some reason we've just turned it up to 11 and we have just destroyed Crystal Palace. Look at this little assist. Morgan whips it in. Ortuzzo heads it backwards. Any other striker in the world would have just lashed that into the back of the net. Into injury time, and this is going to be the final highlight of the game. It's going to be a 5-0 victory, and I can't remember what the player ratings were before I changed some people about. Jensen ended on a 7.7 as a centre-back. Urukalo ended on an 8.4 as a defensive midfielder. Bassaouni got a 7.7 as well. So I think I did a good job with my random experiments. Although we do now have an injury, so Fenton's out for 5 to 6 days. Torres is out for 1 to 3 days. We're okay. It's only tiny injuries. On the 16th of December, Chelsea will be playing Arsenal. Now, that is not going to be an easy game for Chelsea, particularly as Arsenal are for some reason in a relegation battle. So we're going to go forward till after that match is played and see what the league table looks like. Well, balls. Unfortunately, Chelsea managed to win 1-0 against Arsenal, so they go back top of the table, 2 points clear of us, but we are now 7 points clear of 3rd place Newcastle United. It is starting to look like a promising season. Another day has passed, but it is now time for the Champions League first knockout draw. I was not expecting this to happen, so... Oh, who are we going to get? So we are... Hold on. Do we play... We are a seeded team. I don't know how we're a seeded team, but we're a seeded team. So do we play one of the unseeded... Oh, come on! Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Man United, Real Madrid, PSG. This is hardly fair. Right, let's just go through them then slowly. PSG will play Sevilla. Leverkusen will play Leicester. Manchester United will play Bayern. Okay, they're going down. Roma. I'll take Roma. We have got Roma. Okay, that is not the worst draw that we could possibly get. Barcelona Juventus, that's where the money's going to go, although Manchester United Bayern Munich is also a very, very interesting looking game. Monaco, AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, Red Bull Leipzig and Real Madrid versus Benfica. So, Roma isn't a bad draw. I'll take Roma. Match number 2 of the episode, up against Stoke, who find themselves currently in 13th place, so they must have actually won their last game. They're actually, annoyingly, in strong form, which is much better than our form. 3 points here will put us top of the table again, but I think Chelsea aren't playing at all because there's Carabao Cup games going on. I think they're playing in the Carabao Cup, so we will go top of the table. Chelsea will be second with a game in hand, regardless of what happens in terms of... Well, we have to win. If we win, we go top. If we draw, we still stay second place. We need a win. It's obvious. That's how numbers work. Due to injuries and whatnot, there's a couple of changes that have taken place. Gil will start in goal. Ricardo Gomez Rigo Ivan Uricalo and Rafael Capone will come into the back three because in between matches Boban Stevkovic picked up a minor injury. He is on the bench, but he's unlikely to come off of it. Branko Markovic and Ahmed Bassouni are the two fullbacks. Klaus Jensen and Dejan Lakisevic are going to be the two central midfielders today. Damjanov will also start ahead of the injured Adam Fenton. Gustavo Ortuzo and Pascual Sole are the two strikers. And once again, I didn't sort out my subs bench, so I'm not quite sure who's on there. Valentin's on there, Torres is on there. Okay, we've got a little bit of variety there. We do have midfielders, we do have some fullbacks, some strikers, some centre-backs as well, so we're actually not looking too bad. This match really should be a bit of an open and shut case. Stoke, they are just better than fighting for relegation, I think. We should just turn them over. We're at home. We are the much better side. Let's just get the job done. 15 minutes in. So far, there's been no highlights. Hold on. There is a highlight. Forward ball, but it's intercepted. Kaba, the goalkeeper, who I think I was trying to sign him at one point. He's a very, very good French goalkeeper, and he seems like he's decided to go to Stoke. I don't know whether it's going to be permanent or not. Gielan for Stoke on the right-hand side. Tries to get round his man, does so somewhat successfully, whips in the cross, it's going all the way through, we're 1-0 down, Dennis Altwasser with the goal, and what is going on? How have they scored from that? Bassouni did not close him down, and not one of our defenders decided to just put their foot through it. Second highlight of the game, and already a corner cross comes straight in, but Gil plucks it out the air. Capone gets the ball from Gil's rollout, Urukalo back to the keeper. Capone once again. Are we just going to pass it around these three because they're going to score from that? Jensen, Lakisevic, who is the utility man of our side at the moment. Bassouni gets the ball forward. Pascual Sole into the area. Is he going to go alone across it? He's crossed it to Gustavo Ortuzo. And these two, as much as they're very, very similar, neither of them are selfish. They always like to set the other one up. And I don't know why they're doing it. Like, normal strikers would be shooting and not actually thinking about their partner. Markovic with the throw. Sole controls. Back to Markovic. First time cross. Lakisevic is there. It's just over the bar from the young Serbian. Bassouni with the throw on the left-hand side. Damjanov's going to get the ball from the clearance. Runs it round his man. Has a go from outside the area. Massively optimistic, I think. Markovic with a throw from the right-hand side now in towards Capone, who somehow gets there. Damjanov's there as well, and Andrea Damjanov has managed to make it 2-1. We are into the lead, and we are back top of the table. Half-time, and apart from that minor little blip at the start, it's been fairly comfortable for us. 10 shots, 4 on target. Possession-wise, hasn't been great, but we have been the better side. Although, looking at our stats, and by stats I mean player ratings, we probably could be better. Damjanov with a corner. Capone is there. Capone's effort is just over the bar. That would have been great if Damjanov set Capone up, because then they would have both assisted each other. We're about midway through the second half, and I need to do some changes, but I don't really know what. Markovic is not playing too well. Let's do this again, because that seemed to work last time I did it. What else can we do? Sole off for Nenad Kampar. I think we'll do that. I think that'll do. We'll just do that change. So Jensen's dropped back to be a centre-back, Urukalo's moved up to be a ball in a midfielder, and Nenad Kampar's come on for Pascual Sole. And since the substitutions, nothing's happened and we are careening towards full time, but we have got a highlight with 2 minutes left to play. Ortuzo forward to Nenad Kampar, gets tackled by Jedvaj, back to Kaba, the goalkeeper. Kaba to Alexandre, who looks absolutely shattered. Ball forward, it's going to get intercepted. Markovic all the way back to our keeper. Gil runs it forward, finds Capone, the left-sided centre-back. Ahmed Bassouni, Lakisevic, little ball forward. Kampar's going to hopefully get there first. 2 in the box. Ortuzo is one of them. Damjanov is the other. And all 3 players combining there. And once again, that was another example of strikers not being selfish. Ortuzo headed down for Damjanov. That's the second time in as many games that Ortuzo probably should have just shot and probably would have missed. Instead, actually gets an assist and we score. That was actually almost identical to the last game. 30 seconds of injury time left to play, and I don't think we're going to get any real highlight from this. Alexandre gets the ball for Stoke forward to Altwasser, has a go. It's in the back of the net, but Altwasser was offside. That is going to do it then for this match. It's going to be a 3-1 victory against Stoke. And like I said, this is a match that we should be winning fairly comfortably, and I think we did that in the end. Damjanov sends Blackburn top. Look at that. Blackburn top of the table. Now, Let's just quickly check. I don't think Chelsea are playing. No, so the next time Chelsea play... When are they playing? Next time they're playing is the 23rd of December. So, we are going to be top of the table up until at least the 23rd of December. And then maybe we might be top of the table at Christmas. The next episode that we are going to do will be the Sunderland game and the Everton game. No real reason other than the January transfer window will open up. So what we'll probably do, we'll do those two matches, but it might be an extra long episode because obviously transfer window is open. Don't think I've bought anyone yet. I've just checked. That's a complete lie. I've bought 3 players. So next episode, there will be 3 new players joining. We'll also have the Sunderland game and the Everton game. And we will hopefully be top of the table when you return. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you next time.